Okay. So today we are solving ICSE Board Paper 2020 Computer Application Subject. Section A will solve it. So this year's pattern and this pattern is different, but we'll consider only the questions. Right. Definition oriented questions, you collect the definition, the correct definition from the textbook itself. Problem oriented questions, whatever it is there, those things will give more concentration. Okay. So here define Java bytecode is there. You need to write the definition of bytecode and difference between class and the object. Name the following the keyword which converts variable into constant. So the keyword which converts variable into constant, which is that keyword? The name of the keyword is final, which converts variable into constant. The method which terminates the entire program from any stage. So that method is system.exit is the method which terminates the entire program. Which of the following are primitive data types? Here in this double character, these are the primitive data types, whereas string is a non-primitive data type and integer is a wrapper class. What is an operator? Name any two types of operators used in Java. Operator is what? It's a symbol used while creating an expression. Name any two types of operators they have said: arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, right? So like this, types of operators can be written. Question 2. What is auto boxing in Java? Give an example. It is PW. That is what? Primitive data type to wrapper class. It is what? Auto boxing. Converting a primitive data type value to its equivalent wrapper class type is called as auto boxing. Give an example means what do you do? Say, for example, say int a is equal to 10 is there. Say integer, right? Integer x equal to integer x equal to, directly you can write k. Or say, for example, new integer object is created. Suppose if I write x equal to a is a primitive data type where x is a integer wrapper class object where the primitive data type value a is automatically converted to a wrapper class type integer, right? And then state the difference between length and length in Java. Here, suppose if there is a string, say s equal to Java. If I want to find out the length of this int L equal to s dot length, we are going to use a method. Length is a method to find out the length of the string, whereas only length is used to find out the total number of elements present in the array. It may be an integer array, number array, or string array or character array. Whenever you want to find out the total number of elements present in the array, you have to use this length property. Whereas length method is used to find out the length of a string only, particularly string. So that means here this is L. Now how to use this length here? Suppose assume that there is an array new int of 10. If I want to find out the length, what we do, say system dot out dot println. We want to know how many elements are there. Number of elements in array is a dot length. Like this you can write. Or even in the for loop, assume that while processing the array, I is less than a dot length I plus plus. Like this also, we are going to use length property of the array. What is constructor overloading? Constructors are basically used to initialize the object. Constructors are used to initialize the object. That means whenever you create an object, immediately after at the time of creation, object should be initialized with meaningful initial values. That is what we call it as a constructor. But they are asking for about constructor overloading, right? Having more than one constructor, yes. So constructor overloading in the sense a class can have multiple constructors, constructor for initialize the objects in different way, like the default constructor, which helps us to initialize the object without taking any argument. Parameterized constructor, which helps us to initialize the values as per the user's requirement. Then copy constructor, which helps the object to be initialized by taking the values of another object. That is copying the values from one object to another object. As I said, see definitions kindly collected from your textbook only. This is a giving a concept explanation, brief explanation. So what is the use of import statement in the Java? This keyword is used for importing the packages into the Java program. For example, you have to write import java.util.star. This above line says that it is going to import all the classes from the package util, which is a sub package under Java package, right? So that we can use any classes from the util package directly into our class. What is an infinite loop? Give an example. Infinite loop is one which never gets terminated from the loop execution. Its iterations will keep on repeating, which will not come out of the loop. Give an example means what do you do, right? So you have to, I think yesterday only, I think one question was there where the condition should be in such a way that, for example, here only I'll write, see, I is equal to 0. I is less than 10. I minus minus. Now what happens? Initial value is 0. 0 less than 10 is true. I minus minus means minus 1, which is less than 10. Minus 2, less than 10 is true. This loop will never get end. That is why this is called as what? Infinite loop. 1 mark for definition. 1 mark for the example what you are writing. So here Java expression, third pattern of question, square root of b square minus 4ac. So it is math.sqrt, right? In the bracket b square is there, math dot power b comma 2, right? Divided by minus 4ac, minus 4 multiplied by a multiplied by c, and then close. Semicolon should be written outside. Right. So this is the Java equivalent expression of mathematical expression square root of b square minus 4ac. Evaluate the following if the value of x is 7, if the value of x is 7 and y is 5. See, x equal to 7, y equal to 5. Now let us check x equal to x plus. X plus is there. So first x equal to x plus. X is how much? 7 plus. X plus means what? First substitute the current value of x into the equation, then increment it by 1, so it will become 8. So that in the next occurrence of x, you write 8. Then plus y is there. First increment the value of y by 1, and then here 6. 7 plus 7, 14. 28 is the answer. Write the output of the following. String S1 equal to life is beautiful. System.out.println earth. S1 dot substring 4. That means, see, the string is like an array. It contains group of character. And this is the first letter index starts from 0. Then I is present at 1. And this is at 2. Then E. E is at 3. Space is at 4. That means S1 dot substring 4 means from that space up to the end of the string, it will extract it. That means you are going to get E is beautiful. See, this is the given string. The result of this is the result of see the result of this expression is space is beautiful. Fine. So, but in the system.out.println, what we have earth. That earth is placed just before this space. Inverted comma will not be there. So instead of life is beautiful, you will get earth is beautiful. And then system.out.println S1 dot ends with L. Right. Ends with L. Here one very special point to be considered here is in the string, see in the string we have small letter L. Each ends with online Java compiler. For confirmation's sake, some questions you have to check practically. See system.out.println. Here the given string is what? Life is beautiful. And what they are asking, S1 dot ends with L. Capital letter L they have given. Fine. So now run and check. But one mistake is there. Here they have given single quotation. Should be double. Now, is it case sensitive or it will go directly? Ends with yes is missing. False. That means it is a case sensitive. Right. Ends with is a case sensitive function. That means it will return false. Right. This is very important. And we don't have ignore case option in the ends with or starts with. It is case sensitive. Kindly remember this. Write the output of the following statement. System.out.println. A picture is worth /t / inverted comma 8,000 words / inverted comma is there. Now in this case, first a picture is worth /t they have given. /t means what? One tab key, if you press, how much space will come? No, that much space, not this much, a little less it will be. Now I'll show you. See, this is starting, this is ending. This much of space it will leave. Space between two dash, right? Here in the worth, say assume approximately this much space. Now here /t horizontal tab. When you press tab key, how much space it will leave, that much far the cursor will move. /* inverted comma means we want to print inverted comma as a part of message. Usually inverted comma here in the system.out.println indicates starting and the ending of the string. And what you want is 1,000 words you want to have it in inverted comma. That is why in such case, when you want to print inverted comma, single quotation as a part of the message, then you just proceed prefix with the slash. That means your message will be 1,000 words dot inverted comma. It will print like this. Give the output of the following program segment and mention how many times the loop will execute. So this type of question, it is quite common in all the question paper. That means you should be very good in tracing. And see, now I'm showing you clear tracing. But the thing is, when in the exam, when you're doing, if you do all these steps, writing and all, if you do it, time consuming will be more. That is why, so you should be just by seeing the program itself, you should be able to identify like how many times it will be worked, right? Without writing these tables and all. That is why you need to have more practice. And the K modulus 6 equal to 0. I think the similar question was there in the 2023 paper also. See, now in this, one important point what you have to remember is, see, when they have written the statement, now here in this for loop, here the opening brace they have not given. We'll put it for clear understanding. As they have not placed opening brace and the closing brace for the for loop, only next immediate statement will be considered that it is there in the body of the loop. But there are two statements here. One is if with continue. This is one statement. Up to semicolon you have to see one statement. After that, second statement is system.out.println k. That means system.out.println k is outside the for loop. So here, if k modulus 6 equal to 0, continue, only this is present inside the loop. So here it is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 20 is true. Then k modulus 6. 5 modulus 6 is equal to 0, false. After that 6, condition is true. 6 modulus 6 is equal to true. True means what? Continue. Continue means what? Leave the remaining lines inside the body of the loop which are present after the continue keyword and continue with the next iteration. That means below the continue, we don't have anything. Directly k equal to k plus, sorry, 1 minute. It is k equal to k plus 7 is there. It is not 6. It is going to be 11. This is true. This is false. Now 11 plus 7 is how much? 18. Condition is true. 18 modulus 6. Yes, it is true. When it is true, continue. Continue means what? Again, just continues with the next iteration. That is 18 plus 7. So it is how much? 25. 25 is not less than or equal to 20. So false, it will come out from the loop and it prints the value k. So they have asked how many times the loop will execute. So it is executed a 3 number of times, right? And then what is the data type returned by the following library methods? That means they are asking about return type. Is white space returns Boolean value. Compare to ignore case returns int value, right? Kindly note, compare to ignore case returns int value. Rewrite the following program segment using logical operators. If x greater than 5, if x greater than y, then system.out.println x plus y is there. Using logical operators. Logical operators are what? Logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT. In this case, continuously two if conditions are present means it is AND condition. X greater than 5 and x greater than y. Then system.out.println x plus y. Okay. Next question is convert the following if else if construct into switch. Switch case statement. For that, if ch is equal to c or ch is equal to capital C, print this. If it is small h or this, print this. Otherwise, print this. See how to do this. Switch. The entire statement is dependent on the value of ch. So ch, you write it inside the parenthesis of switch. And a case C colon case capital C colon system dot out dot println print, it is computer in capital letters and break. Case h small h case capital H system.out.println print. It is Hindi. And else they have said no, we have to write it as default. Default, and here break is required. Default system.out.print physical education. Right. This is the equivalent switch statement for this if else if statement given in the question H. And now give the output of the following mat.power 36, 0.5. Right. And mat.cbrt cube root of 125. See here. Here in the system.out.println directly I'll write mat.power 36, 0.5 they have given. Right. mat.cbrt 125. Let us check. First here I would like to check what will be the answer for 36 raised to 0.5. Semicolon expected. Okay. Illegal or one. Here the bracket is shifted to this line. See, answer is 6.0. Half of the 36 you are getting. I mean, not half of that. 6 6 are 36. That 6 you are getting. This is totally new. This kind of question, I think we haven't received yet. Okay. Kindly note this is important. Some value raised to 0.5 means it is something like 6 into 6. If we do 36 we are getting, that value it is returning. Then paste Now CBRT, cube root of 125. So 6 plus mat.cbrt 125 means it is 5. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Yes, this is very good question. This is new one. Kindly check with all the different values. Wait. We'll check for some other values. Say 12 I'll do. Any result? In points also it will return. Remember. And here say, if I do 25, 6 6 za, 5 5 za, 7 7 za, like that. Somewhere in that ratio it is working. Okay. And now mat.ceil and mat.floor, as many times I have said, these are twin functions. Right. Always they'll make a confusion for you. See, when we run this, individually you can run. Mat.ceil, usually for negative values, they ask more. Especially you have to check for negative values only. Mat.ceil 4.2 means it always returns the next integer only, that is 5.0. And floor returns the previous integer. 7.9 means it will return 7. That means 5 plus 7, it is 12. Rewrite the following using ternary operator, that is question mark colon. If n1 greater than n2, r equal to n1 greater than n2 question mark true colon false. Right. This is how ternary operator. Fine. This is the thing. Okay. This is all about section A. In the next class, we are